Chris Rudge is one of only a handful of people in Australia who really understand welfare law. One evening, he's messaging a friend, helping them prepare a challenge against a welfare cancellation. And to get ready, they start reading a brand new government report together. $440,000 of expert advice about the welfare system itself. And then Rudge hits a reference that stops him. A book on welfare law he's never heard of, and he's read everything. "I would have studied that book," he said, "if it existed." It didn't exist, neither did the next reference, or the one after that. A quote from a federal court judge, her name misspelled, from paragraphs that were never written, around 20 fabrications, in an official government report. And this wasn't a report about nothing. It was the government's plan to fix a machine that had already unlawfully cut off hundreds of real people. Now, here's the thing. This wasn't a computer being clever or stupid. It was a management failure. Twice, an automated system harmed people. Then the review meant to fix it was done just as carelessly. With AI, 2 failures, the same victims, because AI projects succeed or fail on how they're managed, not on how clever the technology is. So what does the standard playbook say? Treat AI like any other project. Initiate, plan, execute, monitor, close. Sound familiar? It's the waterfall your software team spent 20 years trying to escape. The giant documents, the Gantt charts, the endless delays. It does get one thing right though, and it's the most important thing here. Start with the problem, not the technology. But AI doesn't move in a straight line. And honestly, it doesn't have a tidy framework yet. You build, you release, you watch it drift, you learn, and you go again. It never really closes. The best teams don't treat it as a checklist. They treat it as a conversation, a room like this. Different people arguing openly about the best and the worst of what AI can do. Now, the playbook points you at a whole toolbox, not a prescription, a menu you choose from, depending on your role and how far along you are. But look at the dates. These are borrowed from quality control, goal setting, and business strategy. Most are decades old, and some have already moved on. PDCA from Toyota's factory floor in the 50s lives on today as Kanban and Lean. The tools evolve. The real skill is knowing which one fits. The centerpiece is the charter. One page, the problem, the value, the measures, the ethics, the budget, all agreed before you build a thing. It's the discipline that keeps a project honest. It's also, exactly, the discipline that a $440,000 report skipped. You'll hear that 80% of AI projects fail. And so, yes, it's true-ish, but the real number runs anywhere from 40 to 95%, depending on who's counting, and what they call failure. Here's what every serious study agrees on, though. The failures are organizational, not technical. The tech usually works. It's the management around it that doesn't. Because here's what these tools actually are. AI gives you confident answers, not necessarily true ones. Treat that confidence as fact, skip the human check, and you get Deloitte. And when it goes wrong, a tribunal has already ruled it. The company owns what its AI says. The machine is never the one who's sorry. And this is what makes AI different from ordinary software. It's a Formula One engine dropped into a family car. The same small mistake that would cost a normal project a bit of money can, in the wrong system, cut off the income of the people least able to fight back. It's not a bigger bug, it's a different kind of harm. So here's the deeper problem. Transformation already fails when we do it the old way. Same silos. A business analyst writing requirements alone in a room. Add AI to that, and you're guaranteed to fail. Because AI needs a different kind of organization and a different kind of delivery. So flip the order. Don't start with, what can AI do for us? Start with people who actually understand it. Then the honest conversation about what you will and won't allow. And then, only then, the problem's worth solving. It's not radical, it's just the right way around. Now, this is the short version, where these ideas really came from. Why they crack under AI, the cautionary cases nobody wants to show you, and the way of working that actually holds up. That's all in the long form, if you want the whole story. In the end, the thing that caught it wasn't a smarter machine. It was a person who read carefully and refused to take the machine's word for it. That's the whole job. Manage the machine, or the people at the bottom pay for it. And by the way, even this video was fact-checked twice.